Here are 4 reasons why narcissists cry. This makes them very weak and easy to defeat. Welcome to our channel. Narcissists, by nature, lack empathy and are unable to fully understand the emotions and experiences of others. Thus, you may have witnessed a moment where a suspected narcissist sheds tears, causing you to question their narcissistic tendencies. It's common knowledge that narcissists typically don't exhibit feelings, remorse, or vulnerability. In this video, we will delve into all the truths behind these puzzling encounters and unveil the 4 underlying reasons why narcissists cry. Let us commence our exploration. Narcissists possess a formidable range of manipulative techniques, skillfully employing them at strategic moments. Their ability to shed tears acts as a potent symbol, triggering a sense of remorse, kindness, and emotional pain within empathetic individuals. This phenomenon often leads to the belief that not all hope is lost, that there is a glimmer of change and a flicker of humanity hidden within them. You may find yourself holding on to the possibility of their noble and sensitive heart, prompting you to endure the abuse in hopes of salvaging the relationship. However, it is essential to recognize the truth behind narcissistic tears. In the following sections, we will uncover the 4 true motives driving a narcissist's display of tears. First and foremost, we have frustration. One common misconception surrounding narcissists is the belief or confusion that they lack all emotions, resembling emotionless robots or monstrous creatures. However, this is far from the truth. Narcissists do experience emotions, including the ability to cry, though not in the way one would expect or desire. Their tears do not flow from guilt, empathy, or remorse for the pain they have caused you. Instead, their genuine tears are often a result of frustration. When their manipulative tactics fail to yield the desired outcome, when their plans unravel, the overwhelming emotion of frustration can consume them. This emotional response contradicts the commonly held belief that narcissists lack any depth of feeling. They cannot fathom losing control over their victims, as it shatters their illusion of omnipotence. It exposes their vulnerability, their weakness, and their lack of control over their own lives. However, it is crucial to understand that this display of tears driven by frustration has nothing to do with you or any remorse for the harm they have inflicted upon you. Their remorse solely lies in their failure to execute their manipulation more effectively. Perhaps they became overconfident, now blaming themselves for allowing you to slip through their grasp. There is no need for sympathy, as their frustration stems from their thwarted desire to inflict maximum damage. This cry is selfish and devoid of mercy. Therefore, it is essential to refrain from feeling sorry for them. When you discern the cry of anger and frustration, it is better to distance yourself. Invest in your future and resist sympathizing with their egocentric pain. Moving on to our second point, investing in the future. Narcissists often portray themselves as superior beings in every aspect of life. If you happen to be their partner, they will go to great lengths to establish their dominance over you. They may assert their superiority in intelligence, beauty, and even moral compass. It is this morality component that becomes particularly relevant to the topic at hand, as crying becomes a tool for them to showcase a supposed extraordinary sensitivity that they believe sets them apart from you. For instance, while watching a movie together, they may intentionally start crying during a poignant scene, but their tears will be exaggerated and melodramatic. They want you to believe that they possess an unparalleled sensitivity to life's nuances, that they are deeply moved by even the slightest things, thereby projecting themselves as inherently virtuous and compassionate individuals. In this movie scenario, they will deliberately gaze at you while shedding these tears. If you do not join in the sobbing, They may comment on your perceived lack of heart or question how you can remain unaffected. Their intention is to make you doubt your own level of sensitivity while simultaneously eradicating any possibility that they could be narcissistic. In their eyes, a true narcissist would not be so emotionally moved by a mere movie scene. It is important to recognize that their tears are entirely contrived. They do not possess supernatural empathetic powers, nor have they undergone acting classes. Instead, it is the culmination of a lifetime of honing their skills in feigning emotions they do not genuinely experience. Through trial and error, they have perfected the technique to deceive others into wholeheartedly believing their fabrications. For instance, at a funeral, narcissists may dramatically cry excessively, using it as a means to garner attention and portray themselves as compassionate, sensitive, and kind-hearted individuals. All these calculated maneuvers serve as an investment for their future manipulation. Their primary objective is to prevent you from ever suspecting their narcissistic nature, or doubting their capability of empathizing, feeling guilt, or experiencing genuine love. By perpetuating this illusion, they lay the groundwork to manipulate you, while simultaneously making you question your own sensitivity and compassion. Moving on to our third point, the easy escape. Narcissists are masters of manipulation, and employing victimhood is one of their most potent tools. When engaged in an argument with a narcissistic partner, if they find themselves running out of viable arguments and unable to divert the conversation away from their flaws, they will seek the easiest and most effective means of escape. Enter the tears. They will initiate crying, regardless of the flimsy excuse they conjure to justify their emotional display. It could be a tale of fictional past trauma, an assertion of your supposed aggression causing their extreme sensitivity to react, or a profound disappointment stemming from your disbelief in their words, all fabricated justifications for their tears. The actual reason they invent barely matters. Once the tears start flowing, your anger will immediately dissipate. Their vulnerability will tap into your empathetic and compassionate nature, rendering it unbearable to continue arguing with someone who appears so visibly wounded and hurt. You may find yourself apologizing and embracing this seemingly fragile soul who, unbeknownst to you, shamelessly manipulates your emotions. For compassionate individuals, empathizing with victimhood and witnessing faint tears is an incredibly challenging experience, particularly when you genuinely care for the narcissist and wish to spare them suffering. This is precisely why this tactic proves so effective. The narcissist may cry in order to shift the conversation, evade being cornered, and prevent their lies from being exposed. It provides them with a temporary escape, buying them time to devise persuasive arguments or explanations. This convenient ploy is not their preferred technique per se, but rather an important resource they will not hesitate to utilize when left with no other option. Let's move on to our fourth point, keeping you hooked. This point builds upon the previous one, but within a more extreme scenario. In the event that you make the decision to leave the narcissist, initiating a conversation where you express your desire to end the relationship due to feeling manipulated and mistreated, desperation may engulf them. Sensing the imminent loss of their narcissistic supply, they will begin to uncontrollably cry and once again resort to victimhood, aiming to evoke pity. Through their tears, they strive to convince you that they are not the manipulative, narcissistic individual you believe them to be. They will emphasize their emotions and profess their undying love for you, exploiting your guilt and instilling the belief that you would be abandoning a defenseless victim who weeps at the mere thought of losing you. Consequently, you may perceive yourself as heartless or unsympathetic. When doubts begin to creep into your thoughts, the narcissist will seize upon this vulnerability and make promises of transformation. They will proclaim that they cannot bear to lose you, asserting that you are the love of their life and admitting their past foolishness. They vow to value you as you truly deserve, pleading fervently for you not to abandon them in this fragile state. They claim they cannot survive without your presence. This deluge of information and professed love may confuse you, especially if you had doubts prior. You might find yourself considering giving them another chance, hoping to discern if their words hold true and to alleviate the guilt that has been weighing heavily upon you. The notion of offering them a second opportunity may begin to seem like a risk-free endeavor. However, this signifies the commencement of a never-ending cycle, a bombardment of love, the promises of change you longed for, everything you have ever desired. Yet, this illusion will only persist temporarily before the mistreatment and degradation resurface, for it is the same person who perseveres without change, simply seeking new methods and strategies to manipulate you. And this is precisely where the tears come into play, serving as seemingly credible evidence that deep down they possess sensitivity and tenderness. It is this internal justification that prevents you from leaving, as hope lingers within, fueling the belief that perhaps they will eventually transform. Yet, this is a fallacy that can endanger your mental well-being. Therefore, it is imperative to eradicate any lingering hope that this person will change. Do not be swayed by their tears. Instead, focus on their actions and how they consistently treat you. Cease searching for transformations within them. Instead, embark on personal growth and transformation. Build your self-esteem and enforce a state of indefinite no contact. This is the only path to initiate healing and reclaim your self-love. Please feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. If you found this video enlightening, remember to like and subscribe to the channel for more captivating content. Until next time, take care.